Greetings one and all, and congratulations! You have once again reached the domain of the Shaman of Gaming. And basically this video here, I wanted to get this out basically for a couple of reasons. For one, I only just got this gameplay the other day and I thought it was a decent gameplay, so I wanted to use it before Modern Warfare 3 is eventually finished. And for two, I sort of want to follow up on a promise, and that promise is what I mentioned and I've harked on about in a couple of videos. The video that I'm talking about in specifics is my last vlog video where I mentioned that I really want to, start introducing people in my commentaries to me, to who I am as a person, my personality and all that kind of thing. And I've sort of, I've mentioned the importance of, well, what I think the importance of this is on YouTube, especially if you're new now. If you've already got your fan base, then you don't really need to worry too much, but I know a lot of people do like to still show their subscribers who they are as a person, and basically that's what I'm going to do today. And I might just bring videos out in random order, not make it any sort of series or anything like that, but just sort of mention more about me, and basically, so you can, if you are planning on being a long-time subscriber, which obviously I hope that you are going to be, then you'll be interested in learning a bit about me. So as you can see, this gameplay doesn't start off too well, but it's really really decent gameplay that I'm quite proud of. But anyway, let's get into the topic of this video. The first thing I want to talk about is, it's funny, maybe it's not the most important thing about my personality or anything like that, but a lot of that you will have learned just by, watching my videos, that I am good at switching between, sort of serious topics and talking in a more frank and honest way to you, or I'm good at switching from that mode into a mode where I'm basically just fucking about. Like my Dishonored videos are a perfect example of that. I'm not scared of having fun, I'm not scared of swearing, I'm not scared of, making myself look an idiot, really, and, I haven't got much shame. But then I also like to speak to people in, as I say, a frank and honest way, and I'm sort of pretty adamant that I am a good person to speak to, hopefully, and I really enjoy being able to speak about anything I want on my YouTube channel. So obviously that's the sort of more important things, but people will have probably noticed those kind of things in my videos, because that sort of thing rubs off on people. That's what she said. Yep. But yeah, what I want to talk about in this video is my love of writing. Obviously, you will have noticed it in the title and the thumbnail. I have a long-time love affair, if you can call it that, with writing, and it's obviously not all kind of writing. I don't mean I can get off and I can finish myself off just by writing my own signature or something like that. No, what I mean is that it all started really when I was in school, in high school, and I've had it's fair to say, I don't want to, like, again, as I mentioned in previous videos, I don't want to act a victim or anything like that, but I've had some, some troubled times, I think it's fair to say, and a couple of my videos have displayed this and what have you, and there's even, a few things sort of going on at the moment. But when I was in high school, it was much more difficult to control that, because I was in a public, environment from day to day, and a lot of people will know, some of you watching this video might know, it's sort of difficult to sometimes face the public and go into school or whatever when you're having troubles out of school. So basically my way of combating this was writing, and in specifics writing and songs, and I've got a sort of back catalogue really of songbooks, and some of them have spread around to people, that I think have been a source of maybe motivation or, inspiration for some of these songs, if you can call them that, or poetry or what have you, just little pieces of writing that I basically have used in the past to stop me from doing something more stupid. And yeah, basically that was my outlet, and I think it's important to have that. Some people nowadays use, gaming, and I can't say I'm one of those, because especially if you're anything to do with Call of Duty games, then you don't want to outlet any of your emotions onto this game. It's not a reliable source of calm. So basically, yeah, I think it's really important that you have an outlet. Maybe it's just having a really solid base of friends that you can speak to on a daily basis. Now I don't have any problem doing that. Now I've sort of matured a little bit through my life after school. I was struggling to find the right word there, but yeah, maybe because I've sort of matured a little bit since I left school, I don't really have a problem with speaking to anybody about any problem really, and I feel comfortable doing that. But when I'm in school, a lot of people haven't sort of got to that level of maturity yet, so it's difficult to just speak to somebody that possibly you don't know very well about some really sort of in-depth and personal problems. So that's basically what I did. I used writing, and perhaps one day on my channel I'll share some of that if I'm feeling generous or feel like torturing your ears or whatever you can't speak, or if people are interested in that, I'll do that maybe in the future. But yeah, this is a sort of trend that I want to start. I want to sort of maybe introduce myself. I'm not going to do that again from my first ever commentary, but no, yeah, I think it's really important nowadays that people can sort of come to your channel as again, like an outlet really. It's I've used some YouTube videos in the past to a lot of YouTube guys, commentators, some of them have hit like a really high level of maturity, and obviously there's people like Woody's Gamer Tag who actually have video series, that is completely based around this, and it's a good outlet. But I just found that writing and putting everything down on the page was the way that I found most comfortable for me to sort of share my problems with something. Obviously it's not a person. It's like sharing my problems with something without worrying about outside opinion really. I think that's the sort of basis of it. And maybe even people who are songwriters who become mega famous, that's probably how the majority of them started, maybe writing stuff when they're having a few crises or whatever you want to call it. Maybe that's how they started, and I just find that it's a really calming way to get things off your chest and whatever. And it sounds really cliched that is so, but people who haven't tried this won't, you probably won't think it works very well. But for me personally, it worked perfectly well, and still does today. Maybe I'll just I am tempted to share some of it on my channel, maybe in the future. But I know that one thing I will do is I'll just get all my songbooks out. They're nothing special. They're just, majority of them are just like textbooks from school, not textbooks. Just the books that you used to write in from school, and yeah, I've just got like a huge back catalogue of them, and some are filled, some of them have just got a few little pieces that I've started. Sometimes I wouldn't get through a whole piece, I'd just get through a little bit and then I'd feel content. But yeah, I'll do that maybe next time I do a vlog. I'll show all the songbooks that I have, and to be honest, it'll probably shock you. Only a few people have ever seen how many I've actually got. I'd say it's verging maybe on like 50, something like that, possibly. And I don't even have all of them here with me today either. As I said, I've given some of them away, and some of the stuff that I've used was only typed down on computers and stuff like that. So that's no longer accessible, and some of it's just lost in transition really. But yeah, for those of you who haven't tried this, and perhaps you're watching this, and you feel that you're having some problems or what have you, like issues in your life in particular, then I would stress so much that you try this out. It really does work. Maybe it doesn't work for everybody, but for me it worked absolutely perfectly. Basically, the way I liked to write, I like to write something with a little bit more flow. Like I didn't like writing really slow-paced stuff, because I like it to have a bit more flow. And even though that sounds really strange for writing something down, you wouldn't think you'd be really worried about that. But I'm a bit of a perfectionist as well, so you know, basically that's the way I've operated on that kind of thing. I love writing. I really stress that you should try it too if you haven't done it as a sort of outlet to real life problems. I would really stress that you try it out. So basically, this video has come to an end. As I said, a gameplay that I'm quite proud of, really. I've got another video planned about using sort of, you know, less used weapons as well. So hopefully you'll join me for the next video. I think it'll probably be another Dishonored video, then perhaps a Rolling Back the Years video, and then the aforementioned video about dodgy class setups. So hopefully you'll join me for that. Hopefully you'll join me for that. Yeah, hopefully you'll come back. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll be back very soon with another video you will enjoy. I am assured of that. So I will see you next time, and porn.